110, 120, that's what we have every year. The number never changes here.
Okay.
We have that, I suppose it ends up kind of 220 every year.
Okay.
It never kind of changes much, you know. You know, that's the usual thing. And I don't ever count too much about anything, so whether on lots, horses on the lots or whatever. But listen, all we can do is our best, and that's what we'll do all the way, Brian, and whatever will be then, and you know, so Dean rides him every day, he rides him in all his work. Andrew's in charge of him, so listen, we'll all do our best and see, you know, but you know, he looks a bit different at the moment, you know.
How has he done physically?
He's done very well. He's done very well, yeah. He's
not a big horse.
No, he's very deceiving horse. He's a medium-sized horse to look at, but when you stand into him, he's much bigger than you think he is. You know, so which is a sign of a very well-proportioned horse. You know, so you know it'll be exciting. You know, and listen, when John and the lads are thinking like that, they're not afraid to push him out there and see what he's able to do. Like if it went well in the Guineas, obviously then he'd go on to the Derby. You're going from a mile to a mile and a half, and then after that went well, then you're coming back to a mile and a quarter on the dirt. You know what I mean? You know, so.
And what is the reasoning behind that? Is it just
well, I suppose it's to expose him really, and obviously he's bought Justify, which makes Justify very exciting for us because he should be able to do dirt as easily as he does grass. You know, that's what makes him very unique really. They're every one of them are the same. They're long striding, big horses, scopy, very genuine. And they're all happy to go forward, and you can't go hard enough for them in the races. So yeah, they're all very stamped the same type of horses, you know. So it's going to be very exciting, really, you know. Interesting, anyway. I would imagine if he goes to the Guineas, he'll go himself.
Right.
I'd imagine. But now, like I said, they're going to go to Nace on Sunday,
right.
And we'll see what will happen then. And it's the first time they've ever been put together, you know. So. I'd imagine to go 7.5, and we'll see like Henry and himself have never been together. River Tiber's never been with him. The horse won in the Breeders was never there, you know.
Right. A bit more than a distance.
Yeah, listen, he could, but like he doesn't. He always walk quick enough. Yeah, like I think he looks like a miler the way he's going.
Right.
Well, how much further than a mile he'll stay, I'm not sure. Right. You know, and like he could be a French Derby horse. You know, and Diego Velasquez could be a French Derby horse. And he might be more of that than a Guineas horse. You know what I mean? Right. You know, so. But he'll go up with them as well, so it will be interesting to see, you know.
Horse was fierce impressive last year, Aidan. Ocean of Dreams.
Yes, yeah, he's getting ready for the Ballysacks, or is it that? No, the Ballysacks, is it? No,
Ballysacks first.
First one. Yeah, he's getting ready for that. That's the Fastwood Rock horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won at Leopardstown. Yeah, so he worked yesterday. He worked lovely. He's a little bit of a baby because he's only had one run, so he needs to get out, but. Yeah, no, he looks a lovely horse.
Fiercely impressive given the track conditions that day.
That's right. Won very easy, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit green, but when I think James got after him,
that's right. He's very good pedigree, that horse. You know, he's very well bred.
He's back to urban seals.
He is absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So
Derby all the way.
I think he's a Derby trial horse anyway, and see what'll happen then. No doubt about that. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's a big, powerful, strong horse. Brendan, he's big, strong. He always worked a much quicker horse than he should have been. Right. From the day we started working him in February, March as a 2-year-old, he was shown loads, and like he's a very big, strong horse, and he shouldn't have been shown as much as he was, but always did, you know. And then he ran in Tipperary, and then he went and won St. Cloud, you know. Yeah. And Christoph was impressed with him the day he rode him, you know. So yeah.
What's sort of plans?
A Derby plan. Yeah, we'll go Derby trials and see what'll happen.
Right.
You know, so
he looks a fine horse.
Oh, he's a big black horse. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he'll probably go to Nace on Sunday as well. So yeah, with those Derby type horses, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, like Ylang, she looked fairly strong.
Yeah, she's done well. Yeah, very happy with her. Yeah, so hopefully she'll start in the Guineas. So and go from there. She could get a mile and a half, you know. Could, you know, even though she's out of a. Shammerdale mare, I think, is it? Yeah, I think, Gary, so she could get it, you know, so so we start on the Guineas and the filly one in the chorus, she'll probably go straight to the Guineas as well, so you know, see what will happen.
Next year, and as you said, the other filly missed a few weeks.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she's on next lot. Yeah, she did. She's cantering, but I'd imagine the Irish Guineas will be the earliest that she'll probably start it. I'd imagine, you know, we'll just have to rush her too much the other way, you know. So yeah. So the year is long now anyway, you know, so yeah.
How do you rate Ylang Ylang?
I like her a lot, Brendan. She did very well to come back and do what she did because everything went wrong with her after the second day. She was too keen, and she had to go back to Newmarket, and she had to relax, and she ran a lovely race. But then to come back and do what she did in the Fillies Mile from a tough race, you'd have to like her a lot, Yeah.
She'd be your number one.
For the
in
Fillies,
Guineas,
yeah, exactly, Brendan. Yes, exactly, yeah.
Even
yeah.
if Opera Singer was in the Guineas, do you think Ryan would have had a bit of a decision there between?
I don't think so. No.
You think Opera Singer is different gravy?
Well, she's very good opera singer. Like what she did in the Busak was, she was another Justify. Stare off in front, follow me if you want. If you don't want to follow me, that's fine, And she's so uncomplicated, where the other filly is very good filly, but you just have to take your time on her,
The Frankies,
Yeah.
you like that? And
They're
just
a little bit,
bit
yeah,
like that.
yeah, a
You
little bit, yeah.
You have to work them out a bit.
Yeah, you have to take your time a little bit with them, I think, So, and that's what just makes those others different. They're so uncomplicated, So, but yeah, it makes sense.
Ylang Ylang probably more of an Oaks filly, or
Possibly, I spoke to Ryan about it, and he said she could get a mile and a half, not guaranteed. She's out of a Shamardal mare. It's every chance she could. The way she likes to be ridden will help her to get a mile and a half, if that makes sense, But she's relaxed and lovely in her work and doing all the right things that way, So yeah, so.
And Auguste Rodin, when does he ship out?
He's Saturday. Yeah, so he's another bit of work to do this week, and then he goes. So everything looks good with him at the moment. It's his first run of the year, but very happy with him now. Andrew's in charge of him, obviously, and Davey looks after him, and Rachel rides him out and rides him to work, and they're all very happy with him. So, yeah.
What you planned then after the...
Yeah, Tyrone, the plan was that he would go there. He could come back to the Curragh for the Tattersall's, and then he could go to Ascot for the Prince of Wales, and then he could have a look at a dirt race after that, if we'd see how that will go, So.
Maybe work at Saratoga with City Trial.
He could.
Yeah, the Whitney or whatever.
Exactly. That's it, exactly. I mean, that's the race. The Whitney was the race. Yeah. So, listen, we'll see. Listen, the world has gone small now, and everyone wants to travel. So we were. I think, as a rule, Deep Impact are more grass horses, but we were wicked surprised the way he worked on the dirt out there in the Breeders' Cup. He was cruising over the dirt. He's a beautiful mover. He's a very unusual action horse. So it will be interesting to see. So.
Grosvenor Square.
Grosvenor Square.
Yes, yeah, he was on last slot. Yeah, he's a lovely horse. He won at Leopardstown. Is that the horse?
In Galway.
Yeah.
In Galway in heavy, I think.
Yeah, and he won the group race at Leopardstown at the end. He's a lovely horse. He's going to start in a Derby trial. Probably won't be the Ballysacks, but it could be because he'll have a penalty, So, but we're very happy with him. He's done very well. You see, Augustus now in second. This is Kiprios in second. And City Trial George. Oh, he is. Brendan, yeah, he is.
Back to Nagle again.
Yeah, that's the plan, Brendan. Yeah. Sorry, Conor, you over.
He's half-brother Santiago.
Yes, that's the horse, yeah. Thanks, Seamus.
I suppose a big bet placed on Wooten Bassett there is kind of coming off trumps with Ascot winner.
He looks very different, Yeah, we only had 2 calls last year, and the 2 of them were very good calls, Yeah, and unquestionable.
Yes.
And unquestionable. They're going to Nice Sunday, but they could start in France. Yeah, but when we went to America with them last year, River Tiber was 5 lengths better than the winner. Do you know what I mean, Brian? So
Yeah.
And he's not rated that way, But if you put the 2 of them together, that's what would happen.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't right in. Where did he run? He ran in the Middle Park. We weren't 100% happy with him. When he rang in Deauville, it was the same. So there's a chance there's a good bit more to come from him,
Trip-wise this year, what do you see him?
I think he's a miler. He's fast. Yeah, couldn't see him getting much further, but maybe he will. But he's fast horse now.
Right.
Yeah, but relaxes and cruises, So yeah, so that will be interesting. He's very uncomplicated horse. He's done very well as well. He could go to. He's going to go to Nice Sunday, and then he could go to a trial in France, and then he could go back for the French Guineas, French Derby type horse. You know, he's very uncomplicated horse. You know, so.
You think he'll get a bit further? He'll get 10 further.
I think he might get a bit further. He's not as quick as the other horse, so he might get a bit further. You know, but he's uncomplicated too. You know. Yeah. So they help him do that when he's relaxed. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
Henry Aidan.
he's a lovely big uncomplicated horse too. He's in to go to Dubai. For the Derby. Yeah, on the dirt. Yeah, so he's he's with him. The two of them are there together, so it's possible that's where he could go, Brandon. Yeah, big horse, you know. So yeah, just to try split them up a little bit, you know. So yeah, now, listen, he's a no-name ever now, so it'll be interesting on the dirt, you know. So
Content She was very
yes,
impressive last season.
yes, very. We always thought she had a lovely run first time, and she went to Ascot and she was a bit keen in a slowly run race and just lost her way a little bit. We had to slow her down and get her to relax, and she won at the Curragh then with Chris, and she was a little she came home very well in the Breeders' Cup. She could be very nice filly, yeah.
The change in tactics.
Yeah, you just have to take your time with her, yeah, because she's plenty of speed. She if you jump her out too handy, she's trying to do a little bit too much. So you have to let her relax the first half and see what's going to happen then. But has done very well. Colin rode her last lot, you saw her, yeah. So Connor, yeah. So
A couple of years ago, you put forward, was it maybe Alexandropoulos as an outsider for the Derby? I know it's very early in the year, but it's kind of an under the radar 3-year-old colt that you want to.
putting me under wicked pressure. Now, Grosvenor Square, he could be a very legitimate horse.
How do you think he'd be on better ground?
I think he'd have no problem.
Yeah.
He's not a heavy framed horse. He's not a big bulky horse. Good mover. So I think he would be okay. Ocean of Dreams is the horse that won at Leopardstown. Could be anything. He'd start in a trial. Just looking down through it. Olympic Flame. Listen, he's a big, powerful, strong horse. He might be a Curragh horse. No, not Olympic Flame. I think Los Angeles. He could be a Curragh horse. Big, strong, powerful horse. I'm just trying to look for one for you. Illinois, yeah. He could be. He ran a lovely race, but you want one that nobody kind of knows about.
Dilemmas.
Who's Casper Dilemmas? Who's that, Brendan? Who is he?
Says here on it, Casper Dilemmas.
I'm just trying to think who it is. What's he? Is he
the hens, is he?
Yeah, he's lovely horse.
Yes.
He could be the one.
Well, he's going very well. He's a Justify our hens. Chestnut horse. Yeah. He could whoever pass him, he'll be going forward in his races, and you'll have to follow him.
That's where it continues. Is he late to it?
Yeah, he was. He this year was Brendan. He had a bit of a setback. He had a setback before he went to Japan, and he was off. So he took a while to get back. So he's back cantering now. Looking at the Hardwick to start maybe and go from there, then see what'll happen. So that makes sense, yeah.
Aesop's Fables.
Yes, he's a fast horse. I don't think he gets 6, probably 5 is a strip. So we'll probably keep him at that, and we'll go to Ascot and walk back from there for the King's Stand, is it? Yeah. So that's what
Very well the Breeders' Cup.
it is. Yeah, that was 6 again, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast ground, flat track. You know. I think 5 is probably a strip. So.
Do you want Mountain Bear?
Yes, he got a little setback in the Breeders' Cup, and he's just back cantering. He's moving great and everything is perfect with him. So I'd imagine it'll be Ascot before we'll see him, because he had the setback, So that makes sense.
A deep impact to win the Derby. If you got to justify to win the Derby, I mean, that'd be. We're talking 5 years down the line, but how special could that be?
Well, justify a City of Try. Listen, that's what makes those very unusual. That they should be very much at home on the dirt, the same as they are on the grass. They stay very well. They're uncomplicated. You can ride them forward. What Justify did was he looks like a big quarter horse. He shouldn't have been able to do that. But the unusual thing about all the stock are very similar. You can set them out there and you can go with them. And that's what makes him so easy. Like, you can set him out to make the run. If someone wants to take him along, lovely, and if not, he'll do his own thing, you know. So they're relaxed, they don't over race, and they just keep going, you know. So it will be interesting.
Bunch of stallions there, isn't it?
Yeah,
like the most bred of stallions journey you've ever had.
Yeah, I'd say so, Mark, yeah. All types is right, yeah. We've 2 Justifies that are very good, and 2 of them are our sisters. Fabulous. And what's Fabulous sister we have here as well?
2 rows of this.
We've a colt and a filly, 2 Justifies, and they're our 2 full sisters. Absolutely. What's the other sister? We've the other sister here, Mark.
The Giants Plasma family, isn't it?
Yeah, they're our sisters anyway. And a colt and a filly, Peter, you know. Yeah. But that horse is very good. Roger Quinlan was riding him.
Yeah. Butterflies and Fabulous.
Yeah, that Butterflies, now you're talking. Good man. Yeah. Well done, Mark.
Sue hasn't named any of them.
No horse named yet.
No hurry. You must be running out of options.
That's it. Be happening. There'll be a novel launch now shortly. Yeah, of names.
Yeah.
This is River Tiber now.
Auguste Rodin.
This is River Tiber now in 4th.
Yeah.
4.
Is he 4th or is he 5th? 5th. There's the other Justify filly. What do we say? She was our Mark.
Butterflies.
The Butterflies, yeah. Yeah, she's very smart too.
Right. They're a bit behind this year.
The 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
Well, Brendan, I suppose we're starting earlier,
Yes.
and I was just conscious I didn't want to get going this early,
yeah.
and I didn't want to have them ready to run in that ground, because usually if you're ready to run in that ground, you won't make it through the summer. So there's a wooden basset out of Immortal Verse. He looks very smart. A wooden basset out of Innistynem, that looks very nice. What else then? We've a nice Scottish horse. We've a nice Arizona horse. Yeah. So what else? And I suppose a lot of them we're just kind of going gentle with, really. And we are a week.
Earlier.
We're starting a week earlier. Yeah. So you know, so that makes sense there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kerry. Good man. All right. Thank you, Larkin. Good man. And okay. Thank you, Rodney. Good man. And okay. Thank you, Brett. Good man.